What up, people? Don't mind me, just here living the dream. Oh, trust me, you'd be envious of my life if you lived it. That's a sarcasm. I get the notion, however, that when people hear me talking about how it's well, I guess it doesn't really matter what people think. Really no sense in trying to correct people. It's just a waste of time. That's what I've learned, at least. Though, odds are they'll be dead by the time what you're saying makes sense to them anyway. Which is never. But they will die eventually. Without understanding what you want them to understand, more likely than not, or anything that you want them to take away from a conversation with you. But however, not in an attempt to change people's thoughts and opinions, but however, just to point out something that I have observed throughout life. Something I've observed is that whenever you start talking about how meaningless life seems as a single person, people, when you're a man at least, people seem to think that the only thing that makes sense to me would be that if people think is entitled somehow, even that doesn't make sense, honestly, but I do think there are people who think it is entitled to act like you want someone, or at least there's got to be some people who think that, because for the amount of people, well, people are just dumb. Really, it all circles back to how people are just stupid. But I've ran into people, is a better way to put it, who give off this notion that it is entitled to, if you are single, be mad that you are single. I've noticed that there are people who act like it is entitled to be mad that you are single, and that is something that just had me dwelling on it. It baffles me that there are people who think it is entitled to be mad that you are single. And to that I say not true. It, in my opinion, is extremely frustrating to be working to survive and nothing else as an adult. Working to survive and nothing else as an adult is just a very infuriating thing. And then to have people, while you are complaining about being single, therefore the only thing you are working for is to survive, like you're not working to support a family. They act like you have enough. The people who act like you are entitled for being upset that you're single, they act as if you have enough, is really the thing. They act like you have enough in life. They act like working to survive and having relatives, as in like a mom, a dad, like they act like that is enough, and they act like you are entitled if you do not have more than that, but are upset that you do not have more than that. And it's just like, I don't think like I'm asking for too much out of the world, so to speak. I don't really think, because here's the thing, how did a wife and kids make it into the hierarchy of needs if it were selfish? Like, if it were selfish to want loved ones in your life other than people related to you. Like, how is that? It's literally in the Pavlov's, or well, it's literally in the hierarchy of needs. It's not Pavlov's, but it is literally in the hierarchy of needs. Maslow's? Is it Maslow's hierarchy of needs? It's in the hierarchy of needs. Psychologically, like, yeah. I don't get it. I don't find this really. I thought I had them, but I can't find the words really to explain how odd it is to me that people think I should be content with what I have. And that's really because people are never going to tell me what they actually are upset about when it comes to my worldview. But what I'm getting is that, like, what makes sense to me doing algebra with the reaction that I got from society, like doing algebra with the reaction that I have gotten from gang stalkers on the internet to try to rationalize the way that the world has reacted to my presence. If I'm doing algebra to try to come up with the factor as to why people reacted the way they did to me, the only thing that makes sense, because these people act like there's not some, reasoning, there's some deeper meaning as to why people were upset by my presence, were so upset by my presence. But the only thing that makes sense to me would be this idea that autistic people got, that I should be happier where I'm at in life or something like that, or that I'm not appreciative of what I have or something. And I don't necessarily get that really, but you'll never make sense of the world if you sit there just trying to make sense of it. Really, I think the better answer was really my gut instinct, which is that people try to make sense. Really, what makes more sense to me is that the internet comes up with these ideas about people and they think their theories are true, but I mean, it only takes listening to a video essay really to know that the internet's theories about people more often than not are not true. They're usually not true. Hate to say it, but it's, they're usually not true. It's just the way it is. And it's just the way it is. But yeah. I just don't like the world and the internet and people on the internet. Everyone's is very nasty and vile. There's nowhere in the world it's really full of nice, easygoing people anymore. And I just can't remember the last time that I've met a pleasant person out there in the world. Everyone that you run into nowadays that tries to come off as nice and bubbly, deep down, as soon as they take the mask off, as soon as they take the mask off, they're just an evil person underneath. It's like, what do you do? What do you do when people are like this? What does one do? What does one do when they're in a world full of nasty, mean people? It's like, what are you supposed to do? But yeah, I I don't live a life to be envious of, to say the least. The only people, like the only loved ones I have, are the people I'm directly related to. That's the only loved ones that I have, are the people I am directly related to, and that sucks. I don't know how else to say it other than that sucks. But it's the truth. The only people that I have in my life to loved ones wise are the people I'm related to. And it's the same as when I started streaming. When it comes to my when it comes to my non-professional life, all I have are the people I'm related to, and I don't have any. I don't have a girlfriend or anything. I don't have male friends. I don't really have any form of companionship. This is really it. This is my social life. This is my non-professional social life. You're looking at it, and it's not been a fun non-professional social life for the last couple of years. And I had to do that to survive, because people take advantage of nice people, and I'm a nice person, despite what the internet says. I would give my shirt off of my back, like, to people that I'm friends with. And you've seen this even in my life on the internet. Like, you've seen that I will, like, give my shirt off of my back to, like, people that I don't even hardly know. I don't even have to know you for that long to consider you a friend. And, like, I'll take a bullet for, like, friends. It doesn't even need to be someone that is, like, romantically involved with me for me to be nice to them, and people do nothing but take advantage of that. People mistake my kindness for weakness or gullibleness, and it's never been either of those. I may be too trusting. I may be a little slow to believe that someone that acts nice to me may be deceiving me, but that doesn't mean that I don't think that it's possible for someone to be fake to you, or for your friend to stab you in the back. And it doesn't mean that I'm going to dismiss it just because the person is nice to me or whatever. But, like, I am a really nice person. I'm a lot nicer than a lot of the people around me, or a lot of the people that I've ever been friends with, and people take advantage of that. And people stab me in the back, and people that I am in romantic relationships with, they deceive me when it comes to the fact that they're not honest with me about how they actually feel when they're trying to exit the relationship with me. That happens a lot of times, where someone will not be honest with me about the fact that they are emotionally done with the relationship, and then they will, like, silently be preparing to break the relationship off with me and shit like that. So, like, yeah, what I mean is that people take advantage of my trust, and they take advantage of the fact that I'm a nice person, and it's not fun. It's not fun to not be able to have your guard down anywhere at any time. That's really the life you end up living. If you're a person that people want to take advantage of, if you're a person that people want to scheme against. And that's really what it is. I can tell that people think they can scheme against me from the second they meet me. I can sense, I can almost at times feel that people are thinking about betraying me when they are first meeting me. I can literally almost feel it. And it's like, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy at that point, but not really, because like I said, people take my kindness for weakness. And like, it probably what it is that people see me as a nice person without even saying a word to me, and they're like predatorily like plotting to prey upon me, or trying to figure out whether or not they can prey upon me, or whether or not they can get away with lying to me from the second they meet me. And I can tell they're thinking that almost at times. I can literally almost feel that they are thinking about betraying me during moments of silence in conversations when people are meeting me for the first time. I can literally almost feel what people are thinking sometimes. That is how obvious it is that people see me as someone that they can take advantage of, or someone that they can try to lie to. And I'm not really sure what about my appearance makes people think that, but like, it's not true, really, is the thing. The thing is that it's not really true. What actually happens is that I can tell that I cannot trust anyone around me, and it's more that I get bored with having my guard up all the time, and I start normalizing the risk, and I start going like, what could these people actually do that could actually hurt me? And then I stop paying attention to what they could do to betray me, and then they just betray me because I'm so bored with having my guard up that I'm literally not paying attention to whether or not they are actively stabbing me in the back. Is really what happens. What happens is that I view these people that see me as nothing more than a gullible idiot as so boring to have my guard up against, because it takes them so long to get around to stabbing me in the back that like I just stop being actively alert, is really what happens. But obviously that doesn't stop me from being upset when they actually stab me in the back. And that doesn't mean that I don't feel betrayed by someone that I trusted when they do stab me in the back. It's more that it just takes so long for them to actually stab me in the back that I literally get bored. That's literally what happens. But yeah. But that's why I don't have friends. Like, that's why, like, I'm not eager to hang out with anyone. I'm not in a rush to get a girlfriend, because they're all traitors. Like, everyone in the state of Florida is a godforsaken traitor, through and through, down to the police and the elected officials. But there's not a soul in the state of Florida that you could trust as far as you can throw them aside from me. I'm really the only trustworthy human being that I know of in the state of Florida, and everyone takes advantage of my kindness and my trustworthiness, and they stab me in the back. And that's why I can't have a relationship or friends or anything like that, is because everyone is a literal heathenist traitor in the state of Florida. And the second I give them an opportunity, they will stab me in the back without a thought, and they will act like it is my fault that I gave them the opportunity to stab me in the back. as if they are unaware of what the concept of friendship even is. And I wonder how a lot of these people sleep at night, and I wonder why they spend so much time being nice to people when they hate the people that they are around all the time. I don't know how so many people in Florida keep up a facade that they like anyone around them when they do not like anyone around them. When literally the opposite is true. I do not know how so many people in this state pretend that they like anyone when they hate every single person in their life, including their families, but most definitely their friends. I just don't know why. Like, I would never put that much energy into lying about anything because I just don't. Why live in fear? Like, why live in fear when you could just be truthful and yourself? I don't know what these people have to hide to the degree that they're lying about how they feel about not just anyone, but everyone in their life. I don't know. Like, I couldn't muster the energy to think that anyone cares about how I feel about anyone to the degree that I would lie about how I feel about everyone. It just doesn't make sense to me, and I'm not really sure why anyone would put that much effort into being dishonest about their opinions about anything. I just don't get it. I don't understand how that's like. I just don't get how it's beneficial, really. So like, and this is what I mean by I don't understand how it's beneficial. So let's say this guy is on his deathbed. Like, let's say the average Floridian that lies through their teeth about their thoughts and opinions about not just anything but everything. So say you're the average Florida man, right? Now take into account that I was not only born in Florida, but I have been trapped here my entire life. Okay, so I have been around many liars that the state of Florida has to offer. So let's say you're the average Floridian, right? You've spent your entire life lying through your teeth about every opinion that you have, about every thought that you have, every political opinion, every religious opinion, every opinion that you have about every family member you're aware of, every acquaintance you've ever had. You've just been doing nothing but lying for every day of your life, every hour of your life. That's the average person that is a Florida resident, okay? Nothing but lies coming out of your mouth your entire life. 365 days a year, you're lying all 365 days a year. Every word that comes out of your mouth is a liar. That's the average Florida man. Never told a truth in their life, never will, okay? So say you're the average Florida man. You're not capable of telling the truth, okay? You're on your deathbed. What did you get out of lying your entire life? Like, what did you get? Did anyone care about what you were lying about? No, they didn't. No one cared what your thoughts or opinions were, any of them. So why lie about everything your entire life? I just don't understand. But for whatever reason, the average Floridian feels the need to lie about everything. Not just anything, everything. Every motherfucking thing, they feel a need to lie about it. I'm just saying, I don't understand why people feel the need to lie about everything. Like, life's not that hard. I'll never understand why people feel the need to lie every word out of their mouth. Like, I just never will. And that's why I don't have friends. That's why I don't hang out with anyone. I could be doing a podcast. If I still had my old friend group, I was doing a podcast on these channels with my old friend group, but they just couldn't not be retarded and, chose a bunch of Discordians to talk to over me, and now, but that's the way the world is. I don't have anyone to do a podcast with, even though I am hilarious and have a lot. I'm good in a conversation. I can carry a conversation despite what people think. I can talk. I am funny, and I was doing a podcast, and people were watching it to see me and my friends bullshit, or to see me bullshit with people that I get along with. But here I am now, and you guys don't realize how hard it is to fill dead air with your own words. You think you do, but you don't. Like, literally, the reason face streamers talk to their chat is because it's not easy to fill a dead air just with your own thoughts, opinion, and voice, despite what people will tell you. Comedians are rich for a reason. People who can give speeches are rich for a reason, and that's because standing in front of a microphone and people and rhetorically speaking is not an easy thing to do. And if it were an easy thing to do, everyone would do it. But, everyone wants to act like they could just turn their camera on one day and just entertain a crowd of people, but that's not the case, and that never will be the case. And if it were the case, everyone would do it. But we're running out of time. The days of people are coming to an end anyway, because we're trying to continue automating. We're trying to continue treading down the path of automation. So, and we're diving further into anti-socialism as a society. The fact that I can't make a friend that won't stab me in the back to save my life nowadays is proof of that, let alone meet a woman. Forget meeting a woman. The last relationship I was in was probably my last chance to ever have a wife, and I blew that shit. I mean, I don't take credit for it. I don't personally blame myself, but I did want to marry that woman, and that woman claimed she wanted to marry me, and that didn't end up happening. So that sucks. But that was probably that was my final ship I could have boarded to live the life of being married and not sleeping alone every night, and that ship took off in front of me without permission. So here we are. But that person was lying about how they felt before the relationship ended anyway. So another knife in my back that's never going to be removed by the person that stabbed me in the back, one of 1,000 at this point. But Yeah, people act like I don't have a reason to feel the way that I feel about the world, and I say bullshit to that. All right. One viewer, we are about to part ways again. One person listening to what I have to say. Our time together is almost up again. Perhaps I will keep this on and continue talking to the only semblance of a social circle that I have left after this. But I'm probably going to do my own thing because I got a long day ahead of me tomorrow, and I'm not sure how tomorrow is going to go. So I may begin thinking about that as I continue traversing to my destination. However, I might not. I might continue what I'm doing with the device at the moment. Might not. I guess we'll find out, won't we? I guess we will find out. Will we not? All right. Well, fuck you.